Good evening, everyone. Interesys is one of our major customers. Last year, they showed some concern about our high number of test cases during initial test cycle. To make sure we do not have high number of test cases during this test cycle or this release or the next release, we are going to propose a new plan to Interesys. So in this presentation, I am going to discuss about the current test plan, why do we need a new test plan, strategy or the process of new test plan, results or the goals we are trying to accomplish with the new test plan, and of course I'm going to take some questions if we have some time. So let's get started. What is the current test plan? None. We do not have a test plan. Broadcom doesn't do any kind of system testing or integration testing before giving test build or test code to Interesys. Interesys makes feature request, Broadcom codes it, do some basic unit testing, and give it to Interesys for testing, for integration testing. And what does Interesys do? Interesys writes thousands of defects. And what happens with thousands of defects? Of course, we need bad quality of code. We need more resources to fix defects. We need to run more test cycle to make sure the quality of code is good. Then again, because of so many test cycles, so many defects, there are chances we are going to miss deadlines. And of course, with all the stuff, there's an increase in cost of project. And if you look in the graph, it is very expensive to fix defects during system and integration cycle as compared to unit test cycle. So the whole purpose of this whole presentation or the test plan is to catch all the defects during the unit test cycle. So let's go over our software test plan strategy or the test process which we are proposing to Interesys. So the test process has four main points. First one, test automation, where we will be running automatic test cases on each and every feature every day. So if someone makes checks in bad code, so one of the test case will fail and we will know that, hey, bad code was checked in. And it will be easy to track why a particular test case failed. Second thing, we are going to bring in tester before giving test build to Interesys. After the development cycle is over, after people are done with the unit testing and coding, all the coding work is done, we are going to add a tester to our team who will test all the initial features and make sure everything works and there are no defects in the code or new features. And only after that we are going to give code to Interesys. Third thing, share test cases. We are going to ask Interesys to share test cases which they are going to run during their initial test cycle. And we will make sure we run those test cases during our unit test cycle to make sure we cover all the test cases which Interesys will run, and this will reduce significant amount of MRs or defects. Fourth thing, very important, we are going to hold people accountable for bad code and high number of defects, and we are going to fix it. We are going to train them to make sure the mistakes are not repeated again and again. So with this test plan, we are hoping, or we hope, that we will have a better quality of code, less number of defects, less number of test cycle. Therefore, we'll need less people to work on defects. We will be always able to meet deadlines, and of course, we will have happy customers. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, email me.